right, switching gears now. Week 11 just wrapped up in the CFL, and even though the Argos were on a bye, they were making headlines. After serving his 9-game suspension for violating the league's gender-based violence policy, yesterday quarterback Chad Kelly was reinstated, as long as certain conditions continue to be met. Fast forward to today, and it was Kelly running the Argos first-team offense, but head coach Ryan Dinwiddie was non-committal on naming a starter for Thursday's game against the Rough Riders.
We gave Chad the majority of it today just because he needs it. He hasn't been out there. You know, he shows a little bit of rust just like anybody would, you know, not having the practice reps, not having training camp. So we'll see how it's going to go. I got to, see how tomorrow goes and make a decision from there.
Will you split the reps tomorrow?
We'll probably split a little bit of them. You know, I think Chad needs to get the majority of it just to, see if he's able to go and play at a high level, right? We got to make a decision tomorrow. And maybe it's a 2-quarterback, system. We'll go from there.
Anything about what you might have seen out of Nathan Rourke yesterday that would have informed your decision?
Well, I got just the way the game went, right? It kind of alarms you, like, he's been playing, he's been in NFL camp. I know it's 4-down football, 11-man football, but he's still playing, right? And the timing and the throwing. So Chad didn't have any of that. So that kind of scared the performance from last night to me, throwing to the Wolves. We got to, really look at that decision and then really analyze it.
My expectations of Chad are the same for the team, honestly. Like I said, let's come out, let's be professional, let's do great business, let's understand the way you treat people, understand the way you carry yourself on and off the field. It matters. Everybody is watching, everybody is looking, and be positive and just try to do as much good as you can. You can't wipe away the past, you can't erase it. You got to look it in his face and embrace it and, move through it. Don't run away from it.
We are joined now by Matthew Shinetti. And Matthew, we just heard from Argos head coach Ryan Dinwiddie, and you were at practice on Monday. What's your sense on how Chad Kelly is being received by his teammates? And do you think he'll see any playing time on Thursday against those Rough Riders?
Now let's deal with the latter half of that question first. Ryan Dinwiddie would not name Chad Kelly his starter on Monday. And maybe there's a few reasons for that. One was Nathan Rourke's own performance after a short week before he started and was frankly disappointing against the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. And Ryan Dinwiddie said watching that has influenced his decision-making. And even though Chad Kelly took all of the first-team reps with the offense on Monday, those reps will be split on Tuesday, whether it's Cameron Dukes or Nick Arbuckle, we will see on Tuesday. But maybe the Argos then, as Dinwiddie said, will employ a 2-quarterback system against the Saskatchewan Roughriders on Thursday. It's all about onboarding Kelly back into this offense because remember the last time we saw him, he threw 4 interceptions in the East Final last November. But now let's deal with how the team is embracing him. I've been around this team for 10 years. It felt like a regular practice day with the Argos. But speaking to linebacker Wynton McManus, who is the team's defensive captain, and receiver Tavares Daniels, who is the team offensive captain, they both said that yes, the team is welcoming Chad Kelly back, but not only has he had to do a lot of work over his 9-game suspension, the team has done a lot of work as well, understanding the circumstances and not wanting to sweep it under the rug. But I spoke to another team leader off camera who said right now a majority of the players on this team are trying to see how much is too much with Chad Kelly. It's like welcoming a family member back who obviously was punished, and they're trying to see how Chad Kelly is going to respond to what is going to be a very eventful 2 weeks. You talk about Tuesday, Kelly will address the media. There will be a lot of tough questions. And then it's Thursday against Saskatchewan. How will the fans react to him? How will the Rough Riders react to him? And then it's the Labor Day Classic in Hamilton, which is always a feisty affair. And when speaking to that player off camera, he said to me, the whole team will be watching to see how Chad Kelly deals with all of that.
Okay, Matthew, we'll touch base with you again on Tuesday as Kelly is expected to speak to the media for the first time since his reinstatement.